What's up everybody, Final Spinners here from Console X, and as a follow on to my previous video, which was Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Core Fighters pre-release trial, if you want to call it that, I went ahead and purchased the actual release of Core Fighters. So we're going to have a look and a breakdown through it, and a breakdown through the DLC. So let's get going. Right. As per the last video, all the modes are open, but this time, now this is the $10 version, which is currently on sale for $5 or $4.99. For all you in Europe, this will be out tomorrow, I believe. It's half price for the launch period. I don't know what the launch period is. That could be the end of the weekend. But if you're unsure about it, keep watching this video. We'll run through it. Now, the Core Fighters for PlayStation 4 is exactly the same as our trial version of this. But they only get the 4 characters, all the modes except story, online, all that. But they only get the 4 characters, as I said. So I will reiterate on the 4 characters that actually gets, and they're the 4 characters that are in the trial version on Xbox One. But when you purchase Core Fighters on Xbox One, you get 9 characters. Right? So again, we have Kazumi, Hayabusa, Ayane or Ayan, and Hayate. Right? They're in the PlayStation 4 Core. The PlayStation 4 Core Fighters, the Xbox One trial, right? But this one has Base, Ein, Tina, Hitomi, and Jan Lee. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters for $5, and all the modes except story. Now we're gonna do a quick fight here and see how they're pairing up. Let's go with Hitomi. You get a couple of costumes. I'm not sure if you can unlock some of these in the core. You may be able to, but I'm gonna be talking about DLC in a minute. So we'll just do a random and get into a quick match. Now I want to talk a little bit about fighting games and DLC. Oh, you have all the stages as well, but a couple of them need to be unlocked. To unlock this stage, fight 3 matches online, fight 20 matches online. So that's not so bad. So there's a lot of content for $5 or $10 as it will be, but I have something to talk about on that, and it's this. The game retails out at $40, and it contains a lot of content and a lot of the costumes. Now if you were to just go with the core version, the story mode is $15. That brings you up to $20. I'm not playing very well here. I can't talk and play at the same time. That would take you up to $20 for the core and the story, if you get it on sale. Otherwise it would be $25. And then you can buy characters individually. You can buy characters in different packs. Like for example, you can buy all the male characters, or you can buy all 26 other characters. I think that makes a total of 35 characters in the game. Somebody can probably confirm that for me. So after this fight, I'm going to show you all of the DLC. I'm not going to run through all of it, but I'm just going to give you an impression of why I wasn't meant to do that. Actually, we'll do that now, because we can go to store. Actually, we'll go through the game.
Avoid this fight.
Get ready, fight!
Let's quit out of that. Let's go back to the main menu. Now, you would be better off buying the game rather than going core plus DLC plus DLC plus DLC, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Because it would cost you an absolute blimmin' fortune to get everything on top of core. So, as you can see straight away, I mean, it is an absolute mountain of content. I believe there's over 300 pieces of DLC. Now, if you bought Dead or Alive 5, I think it's Ultimate, is it, on 360? A lot of content that you bought does transfer, so it's not so bad that way. But as you can see, there's a lot of different costumes. One of the things I find about this is very confusing. Like this would say Pop Idol Lisa, $1.99, but that is not a character. That is an outfit for the character, and it should say that. It should say Pop Idol Lisa outfit, and this is why it's very confusing as well, because you would get confused whether you're buying a character or whether you're buying a costume. I mean, yes, you do have to read the description. Yes, it's in the description, but from the outset here, I mean, there was so much stuff that it's not actually showing all the stuff. This is that was great from in-game, the store. We're gonna have to actually go. It's not actually showing everything there. No, wrong direction. Let's actually go to the store, because this will show it properly. So we'll just go to new add-ons, is the easiest way. And we'll scroll across so we find Dead or Alive. Here we go. So, I mean, is this a costume or a character? No, see, that one says costume. Specifically says costume. Doesn't want to load the price. But, and we scroll along, see costume, costume, costume. New fighters plus debut costume set. And this is $40. Now the game is for... Now, I'm not sure if some of these characters don't come with the main release, but that's $40. And in this you get... What do you get in this? Download this to use the characters Mary Rose, Phase 4, Naya Tengu, Raidu and Honoka in Dead or Alive 5 last round, along with each of their debut costume sets. So you get 20 costumes. You must have the latest update installed before using these costumes. Raidu does not have a debut costume set. Okay. Pretty expensive. I mean, it's... I mean, it's not exactly cheap beans here. Like, what else have we got? I'll keep scrolling along. I'm not going to go into every one of these because it'll just end up the same. Right, now this one's confusing. Pop Idols, Team A, $6.99. But again, it's just outfits. You gotta say $7. No, how many? Six outfits. 6 outfits. I mean, I remember playing Tekken 6, and there were absolutely shed loads of accessories and clothing that you could unlock, and you had to buy them in the game by earning the credits in the game. So there was no tax on the player. All you had to do was play the game. I do think that fighting games are taking this DLC to a whole new level. I mean, you look at Killer Instinct. The only reason I love Killer Instinct, but I didn't buy Killer Instinct. Why? Very simple. I think it's priced way out of range. $5, €5 for a character. I mean, Killer Instinct has very few characters as it is. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, then there's talk about Mortal Kombat 10 having some kind of microtransactions, which we don't know what they're going to be yet. I mean, Capcom have been doing this kind of thing on the sneak for years. Where, when they re-release a game and it's, a re-release of Street Fighter 2, but it's Super Street Fighter 2, and it's just a few adjustments, and then they release Super Street Fighter Ultra or whatever, and you have like 2-3 extra characters. Okay, that's something, and a few other small adjustments. It's crazy, man. And I don't think it helps the fighting genre, because I don't think like people coming in here are gonna look, oh, I like Dead or Alive. I didn't realize how popular Dead or Alive was until I started to play the pre-release trial of Core Fighters, and just people come out of the woodwork, especially on one of our Facebook groups. It's crazy how popular it is. But this is, anybody coming in here is going to look at this, and this is a fault of the Xbox store as well. This should all be in a folder. I mean, I remember when Rocksmith came onto the marketplace, it was just filled with that's all it was. You could scroll literally forever, not quite, but for a long time, and that's all you would see. Yes, there's a search button, but put this stuff in a folder, please, Microsoft. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the packs of characters. So here you go, you can buy the character. And it's labelled right, it's $4 for this character. Which is, which one is this? Just Rachel, okay. And then we have, you can buy things like these little movies, which is ridiculous. I mean, these things should be unlockable in the game. This is stuff that's unlockable. It should be unlockable in the game. Like, I mean, it's nuts. Like, oh look, Rocksmith. So we continue on, and I am looking for the character sets, and you can already see how. And then you can buy like costume catalog. Unavailable. What is it? This free download is required in order to use the Showstoppers Encore costumes. Blah blah blah. Please install today's title. Blah blah blah. Whatever that means. Okay. Halloween set. I mean, you need to be really obsessed to go purchasing, all this stuff. But even as I'm scrolling along here, I'm looking for the character packs where you can buy all the male characters and all the 26 extra characters. And I mean, I'm still not coming across it. It's just costume after costume. I mean, if you're into this thing, I mean, good on you, man. I mean, I purchased Core Fighters because I enjoyed the trial, and I wanted to give it a, I thought that 9 characters plus most of the modes and access to online for $5 was a great deal. Now, yeah, I am in Ireland. By the way, I am in Ireland, but I mostly purchase all my stuff from the US. What I do is I purchase US gift cards from off gamers, and I make a saving that way. And I'm going to actually switch back to using Hong Kong because that's even cheaper again. It's just that the Hong Kong gift cards were hard to find. Now, if I could find the Indian gift cards, I'd be making even more savings. Here's a female fighter set. Here we go. Finally, we found them. $37.49. Now, the game costs $40. So, this is just the female fighters, right? And you can read that yourself. And it says this may be offered as a free trial for a limited time in the future. Okay. Preempting themselves that people aren't going to purchase these like this. And we continue on and on and on and on and on. And there's the 26 character, which is $48.49. I'm just going by the, I mean, it's crazy. So you can see on, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on. It does new fighters set. I mean, look at this Jan Lee crocodile costume. I mean, wow. I mean, it blows my mind. Like, I mean, this game would actually, I guess it cries out to have a costume creator. And, there's the thing for you to do. If you're a Dead or Alive fan, you know, petition out to them to do that. Add in a costume creator. You know, make more sense. But this is just crazy, and it just keeps going. Look, it doesn't end. It doesn't end, and it doesn't end. One rocksmith sneaking in there, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and 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 it doesn't end. Look at this. Some cruise stuff sticking in, and there you go. That is the end. So let's get back to the game and see what else we have. So, right, let's go in here. Titles. This is something new. Last boss. Yeah, right. You know, I used to be really good at, I used to be a big fighting game fan, and I used to be really good, and I used to frequent the arcades every week, as well as play. There's a friend of mine who we used to play games all the time with each other. On the PS1, and on the SNES, and on the N64. Although there weren't that many fighting games on that, I think it was only Killer Instinct Gold that we played on that. But we used to play things like Soul Edge, Tekken 2, Tobal Number 1, Battle Arena Toshinden 2, Street Fighter Alpha. What else we used to play? Dead or Alive. Things like Fighting Vipers. One of my all-time favorites is Fighting Vipers. Never really got into Virtua Fighter. But it was always a classy game. Let's do a little survival, see how far we can get. We'll do a tag. We'll just play it on normal. Complete noob. It's a shame really, because I used to be actually quite good, but now I am just completely ridiculously useless. Bass or bass or bass or whatever you call them. And let's go with Ein. Ein, nice, thrice. If you're watching this in German, I apologise for my German counting there. I can't help it, his name is Ein. You know.
It's so nice to meet you.
Come on, let's do this. Get ready, fight.
It's funny because I remember when this came out on the PlayStation first, there was a big sort of uproar about it, you know. A particular female asset in the game. Oh, bikinis. And I wonder, is that the appeal of this? I mean, it's not a complicated fighting game, but KO. Chest bump. What is? Oh, I keep forgetting that it starts straight away. Look, it's Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Oh, come on. No, there's like a volleyball on the pitch. Come on. Hey, oh! Where's the turret guy come from? Only two of us. How'd they get three? What the? Oh, okay. It's a new round, obviously. Alright, so that's kind of cool. I actually like that, the way it goes in fluidly. Because I'm more used to it, you know. You win, and then exit out, and then you go into the next one. That's good. I like the way it flows straight back in there. Ah, that was nice. I'm getting good again. I still can't do the counter. Can we? Oh, you can eat the chocolate bar. That's cool. I like that. Oh, I still can't do the counter. Ah, that was cheap. Heckin' cheap that was. Yeah, that's it. We lose. So I mean, as I said, if you're thinking about, you know, dipping into it, you can just play the trial, you know, with the 4 characters and all the modes, and get a good feel for it. But I would seriously, you know, if you are into Dead or Alive and you are a fan of it, I would seriously consider just buying the main release, because if you buy the core and buy, you know, want to buy other stuff later on, it's going to cost you. By the way, I don't know if any of you noticed it in the store, but I didn't see or notice the story mode. Maybe that actually only... It's a curious one. I must look into it. So we'll do one more. We'll do one more fight and then we'll call it quits. So you can see this has a load of DLC, but I'm curious to know what what everybody thinks about the pricing of fighting games these days. And you know, this one has been particularly confusing. Let's use another character, Tina. I haven't played this Tina. Stars and Stripes bikini. Of course it is. So let us know what you think about this pricing. Is it fighting games taking, you know, one punch too many? Or do you like this kind of pricing, you know? I'd be curious to know what everybody thinks about that.
Get ready, fight!
In the meantime, I shall enjoy the core. Because it was $5 and you get 9 characters. And I thought that was great value. And I'm all for value. I think that's my main...
Get ready, fight!
My main point for buying something really focuses on value. Particularly with season passes, you know. It has to have enough in there to be, to me, to be worth it. And as well as that, the vanilla game has to be good enough. The core game has to be good enough and stand on its own without having the DLC or season pass DLC coming in to make it better. If the vanilla game isn't good enough, forget about a season pass, forget about DLC. You can count me out. So that's Dead or Alive core fighters with your 9 characters. That's your purchasable version. If you're watching this and you're on PS4, you can go and download this and play it for free, but you'll only get 4 characters, and it will be compatible with DLC to buy. The trial version of this on Xbox One is not compatible with the DLC, so if you're going to buy the DLC, you need to buy the core. So as I said, it's on sale right now for $4.99. Check out the trial first. It's a perfect situation in that way, but think carefully if you're going to buy it, because as I said, if you're a fan, you buy the full game. Thank you very much everybody for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have no idea how it turned out. It's been a long day, and we'll see you soon. And let us know what you think of the game. Adios amigos.